Hello guys, welcome to the Switch Programming Language for Absolute Beginner video. In this video, we'll be looking at properties. Properties are just variable or constant that is declared inside a class. So what they do is that they associate value to a particular class, struct, or enum. In Swift, we have two types of properties. We have store properties, compute properties. Without further ado, let's move into our IS code to get started. Let's start with stored properties. So let me declare a struct. Let me call this struct mammals. Curly brace, and then let's say we have let's name, make it a type of string. Now, what we just did here now is that we declare a constant property, a constant stored properties of name. Also, we have a subproperty can also be lazy. And what are lazy properties? A lazy stored properties are properties whose initials are calculated until when it is first used. So that's what lazy. So once we introduce the keyword lazy here and assign this value and assign some default value to this, what will happen is that the value the variable will not be created, will not be instantiated until when it is first used. Most time we use this when the maybe the object which this variable represents is a bit complex. The instance creating an instance is a bit complex, so we just define it for performance. So we can say lazy, and then we have to assign this because a lazy once you declare a variable, you have to initiate it. You have to give it some values. So let me just put this as an empty string. So now we have a lazy stored properties. And also the last thing, okay, sorry, before I move ahead, the last thing here is that a lazy stored has to be a variable. It can't be a constant. So now we are going to look at computed properties. For that, let's quickly look at it. Let me quickly declare another struct. Let's say struct. Let me say state manager. State manager. And then I'm going to let me declare a variable called mode, var mode, assign it to a string, dark. So now, let's now declare a computed property. Let's call this app mode. Let's say var app mode of type string. And then inside our curly braces, to make this a computed property, we have to declare our getter and setter. So we say get, and then we can just return some string. Let me return mode. Also, we have to declare our setter, and the set comes with a new value property. So let's see that. We say set, and then we'll say mode assigned to new value. So now let's instantiate this structure. Let me say var, and just call this state, assigning it to state manager. And then now I can now I can change the property by changing our app mode. So I can say state, then app mode be assigned to, let's say, light this time around. So when we print our state.app mode to the console now, we should have light as our. So let's see, print state.app mode. And let's run this. So now we now have lights on our console. So we can also make our computer to be a read-only computer property. How we can do that is we just need to take out the setter, and we can also take out the getter as well. And now we have a read-only computed properties. So because it's now read-only, we can no longer assign it settings. You can see we have an error, so I'm going to take this out. And then when we print this to the console, we have dark mode, which is our default. Now I'm going to move to property observers. Property observers, what they do is that they observe changes in value and take an action. That's what they do. So there are type of property observer which we have in Swift. We have the wheel set and its set. The wheel set observer are called just before the value is set, and it comes with a new value props, while the wheel set observer are called after the value has been set. So let's look at this example. I'm going to create another class. I'm going to call the class dice. Say class of dice. Let me create a variable called rows, and then of type int. And let me give it a default value of 0. So now to make this, to observe this property, we are going to introduce the curly braces, and then we use the keyword wheel set inside the curly braces, and then we observe the property just before it changes with this. So let me print this to the console. Let me say print a string, the new value is new value, which is a props that comes with wheel set. And we also the did set. I say did set. Let's assign it. Let's say print. Let's say the old value is old value. So now, anytime we change these properties, these two we see it on our console. This wheel set and this set will be fired. Maybe and what we can do with it is we can take some actions due to our applications or something. Our application or what our product requirement is. So I can say here, let me just declare a new class. Let's say var, let's say dice, all small caps, and assign it to the dice which we created. Now let's change this property. Let me change that rows to like 5 or so. Change this dot rows assigned to 5. Now let's run this and see what we have on our console. The expectation is that we should have the old value and the new value printed. So now we now have the new value is 5 and the old value is 0. So if I reassign this again, you should see the old value changes stated as changes and the new value. So let me change this now to, let's say 4, and print this again. So now we can see for the first one we have 5 and 0. For the second one we have the new value is 4 and the old value, and the new value is 5. So finally we will be looking at properties wrapper. And for this, I'm just going to paste the code inside and explain. So now I started to declare a property wrapper. I started with indicating a property wrapper attributes on top of the struct. And I declare the struct, give it the name of mouse range. So then I declare two private store property inside. And then we have these wrap properties, which is mandatory. Once which we must include, once we declare our as property wrapper features. Afterwards, then I create some initializer to just initialize it and like that. So now let's use this particular property wrapper. So I'm going to create a new class or struct and let me give this struct the name of, let's just say favorite. So now to use this property wrapper, I can say add mouse range. Now create a variable. Let me give this variable, let me call it star. And then I'm going to indicate the type. Now to see this in action, I'm going to now create an instance of this. Let's say var favorite assigned to favorite. So now I'm going to now assign this star to a higher value. Let me assign it to a value higher than 5. Say 5. And then let me just say this one is, let's say 15, for example. So now let me print this to the console. So now we can now see that even though this start goes up to 15, but it's limited to 5. And that's due to the logic in our property wrapper, which we declared up here. So a property wrapper can also contain some value as initializer. I know we have other initializers. So for example, we can indicate the wrap value here. We can indicate the wrap value here. The wrap value, can see we have two over here. You can see the wrap value. I can indicate some values there. So this let's just and see what will happen. So now we have 12. And if I decrease this to, like, let's say 4. So we should have 4. So guys, this is the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, or comment. See you in the next video.